Hi, this is Jay Stone, the emotional nudist and master brand coach. I'm really excited about today's topic, 5 keys to becoming an industry expert. Now, newsflash, you're probably already an industry expert, at least to your friends, family, and clients you are. So now, how do you become an expert in the eyes of everybody else, in the general public? So I'm going to give you 5 keys. But first, I'm going to start with one simple guiding principle. People are stupid, including me. Yeah, I know that sounds harsh, but follow my logic here. Let's look at the Dummies franchise. Facebook for Dummies, Computers for Dummies. All of that is built on the principle of making things really, really simple so that even a dummy could learn it. Same principles. So when I say people are stupid, including me, I want you to operate from the principle of understanding that you are the expert, which means you know a lot of industry jargon. We say a lot of words that only people in your industry will understand, but you're trying to explain it to a layperson. That's going to probably go right over their head. I mean, they missed it. But instead of them telling you that they don't understand, they simply just check out of the conversation, check out of the dialogue. So they don't know what you have to offer them because they don't understand what you're explaining. So I say people are stupid, including me. I'm not exempt to this. I'm not an expert in everything. I'm only an expert at what I'm an expert at. Don't know everything. And if you're trying to explain something to me, I need you to make it really, really simple. So key number 1 is my litmus test. 10-year-olds. Pretend that everybody is a 10-year-old. Make things so simple that they get it. For me, I happen to live with an 8-year-old, my 8-year-old niece, and I run everything by her. People are notorious for coming up with creative titles for themselves. Love concierge, hairstyle extraordinaire. Nobody understands what all that means. So keep it really, really simple. Came up for a title for one of my clients called a happiness coach. The first thing I did was I asked my 8-year-old niece, what does that mean? Well, she said, a coach, like my cheerleading coach? Yes. Okay, she teaches me things. And happy. So maybe it's somebody that teaches you to be happy. Hello? Bingo. Nailed it. An 8-year-old got it. So the litmus test for you should be if a 10-year-old can understand. Keep everything that freaking simple. Key number 2, share things that nobody else is sharing. Let's just say you are a photographer. Teach people how to clean a lens, you know, so that the pictures aren't blurry. I know I get thumbprints all up on my camera lens all the time, and I'd be like, wait, what had happened was the pictures come out really crisp and clean when the lens is. Keep them something simple that a 10-year-old, not only a 10-year-old can understand and implement, but people don't think about. So share something simple people don't think about, things that nobody else is sharing. It doesn't have to be something astronomical. It doesn't have to be an epiphany. Keep it simple. Key number 3 is be accessible. Allow people to ask you questions. I answer questions on my blog. I respond to emails. I answer questions on my video posts. I can't answer all the questions and everybody's questions, but I keep it. I try to remain accessible and give very brief, consistent answers. If people see you responding consistently, they understand that you're accessible. They understand that you're an expert. Sometimes people have questions that need to be answered directly, and you can't just give a general thing. The other thing is I know I don't have the bandwidth to answer everybody's questions. So I might do a quick video because if one person has the question, several people may have the question. I might do a video or a blog post that will address those things and tweet it out to people. So that's one way, but being accessible so that your audience can talk directly to you, huge way to position yourself as an expert. The other thing is break it down. Like I said, that litmus test is that 10-year-old. Break it down like to steps. So step 1, step 2, step 3. Don't be afraid to use examples. Like I used my example of my 10-year-old niece. She understood what the word coach meant. She understood what the word happy meant. Keep it really, really simple. I personally use a lot of analogies. I use a lot of analogies with everyday things that people may run across. It helps them draw a picture in their brain. So don't be afraid to break it down in a way that they understand it. Break it down in steps, break it down with an analogy, tell a story that will illustrate it, but break it down so that people get it. Everyone doesn't understand things the same way, so you may find yourself giving information to people 2 or 3 different ways until it makes sense. You have to be able to do that. The way that you position yourself in expertise and using key number 4 is very important, because if you can't teach it, then people don't assume that you know it, or they don't understand or know what you know if you can't teach it, train it, and break it down. So that's important. And number 5, find places to showcase your expertise. Get yourself on a panel, create a blog post, create a video like I'm doing right now. Tweet out tips to people. Tips on Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest are great. It's a perfect way to position your expertise. And so let's recap 5 keys to positioning yourself as an industry expert. 1, your litmus test of understanding should be a 10-year-old. Why? Because people are stupid, including me. Number 2, share things that no one else is sharing. Number 3, be accessible. Number 4, break it down. Make it really, really simple. The steps, the analogies. And number 5, find places to showcase your expertise. I'm Jay Stone, the emotional nudist and master brand coach. If you want more tips like this, follow my website at jaystone.com. That's JAISTONE. I'll see you there.